Go. On the court for the Knicks. They've got Kevin Seraphin. Thomas is out there with Amundsen. Then it's Vujicic. And it's Frazier in at the point guard position. There's a good screen. Here's Smart. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. Smart's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Sacramento. Now here's Frazier. Tight defense on him. Offensive rebound. Shot's good for Seraphin.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Now here's Beasley. He kicks it to Granger. Fades away. The Knicks pull it in. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Frazier dishes to Vujicic. Here's Thomas. From 13 feet, it goes down.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now here's Beasley. Back to Granger. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Great D that time from Thomas. Frazier the pass to Seraphin.
And one thing about the NBA, there are a ton of siblings currently playing in the league. Some on the same team, some on opposing sides, but there must be over a half a dozen sets of siblings.
So it's Sacramento now. The Knicks making the shot. Smart. Here's Cauley-Stein, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
And GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow.
Yep, he stayed with it all the way and got his reward at the end. They'll take as many of those looks as they can get.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Pass to Beasley. To the wing right side. Now here's Cauley-Stein. Defense right on him. Passes it to Beasley. 4 on the clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Here is Frazier. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Double team on Thomas. Stolen by Smart. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Sacramento.
From mid-range, it's been a very nice game for them. I mean, they've been finding the bottom of the net a lot.
Yeah, but also, they haven't missed a beat in terms of their fast break game. That's been equally as effective all night long.
Beasley for 3, and Willie Cauley-Stein gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth.
Second team foul.
Frazier kicks to Thomas. Good, and it's Frazier who picks up the assist.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
Now here's Cauley-Stein, and it's Beasley finishing it off.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finish hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Here is Frazier to the wing on the left. Here's Seraphin. Cauley-Stein grabs the board. Cauley-Stein's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Smart dishes to Cauley-Stein. Beasley, the pass to Granger. The 11-footer. It's rebounded by New York. Amundsen's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And Thomas, here we go. They get it back. Vujicic kicks to Frazier. No good on his first attempt of the game. Kings have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Got that bucket in no time at all. 12 points for Allen.
It has been a 3-point barrage for them since halftime.
Not sure if it's been by design or simply by accident, but either way, it has been impressive.
Now here's Frazier. Baseline jumper. Shot by Serafin. No good. Sacramento's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Allen kicks to Beasley. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And the second player taken in the 2008 draft, Michael Beasley out of Kansas State, has been the ultimate wild card. Incredibly high expectations for him. At one time, he was the best high school player in the country, but now, you know, Greg, in his 8th season, he's bounced around a little bit. You wonder if he will ever fulfill that great potential.
You know, you could argue he's the best player in college that 1 year at Kansas State. I mean, unstoppable scorer and rebounder on the collegiate level. And he's shown flashes, but that's the one thing about this level. So much of the game is mental. And not everybody's equipped to handle the responsibility of being a great player.
Excellent point. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. Feeds it to Cauley Stein. And it's Beasley in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. And he gets it to go.
And thinking about Michael Beasley's career now, he did have a breakout season in 10 and 11 with the Timberwolves. It was enough to land him a 3-year, $18 million contract with the Suns a couple years ago. Arrow seemed to be pointing up, but then things headed south quickly.
Here is Amundsen. Michael Beasley picking up that last basket. A shot by Frazier, no good.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
And the foul called on Kevin Serafin. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Smart dishes to Cauley Stein. Stolen by Serafin.
They're obviously starting to lose some of their focus here, committing more and more turnovers as the game goes along. Not a good sign.
Allen passes to Beasley. Dishes to Smart. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Al-Farouq Aminu. He's checked in for the Knicks. Grant comes in for Tim Frazier. Grant kicks to Aminu. He dishes it to Serafin. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To halt the run, and it's Russell with the rebound. Kings have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Shots good by McLemore.
It's been about tempo and pace with this group, and it's led to a huge advantage in fast break points.
Greg, it's really the main reason they're in front. All that early offense. I mean, when they've had the chance to push it, they've pushed it.
And now the Kings fast break. McLemore with the ball, and the shot is good. And 11 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Well, and this run really triggered by their transition offense.
And you can see the momentum swinging now. They've gotten a huge boost of energy, and now the offense starting to click.
Now here's Serafin. And Embiid with the block. And the call against Lance Thomas. That is his first foul of the game.
And it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Langston Galloway's checked in for Sasha Vujicic. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
And one feels bad for the way Julius Randle's career started. I was there that night, first game of the season, 7th pick out of Kentucky in the 2014 draft. Suited up for one game, broke his right leg 14 minutes in. And the guy that comforted him the most, I recall very vividly, Kobe Bryant stayed with him the entire time when he was really in shock on the floor.
He was, and unfortunately, for so many reasons. For one, he had really been progressing in the Summer League, and the Lakers obviously had high hopes for him. And when he went down, that was the start of the rest of the ship kind of going down with him.
And, you know, going back to Randall's rookie year, his troubles really started during medical checkups before the draft. They found a foot injury dating back to high school. The fifth metatarsal had been broken, which may be why he fell a few spots in the draft.
And talking about Randall's rookie injuries, the Lakers were going to let him play through the foot. But once he broke the leg, they did season-ending surgery on the foot as well. Hopefully, now he can just stay healthy and get to play the game he loves. It's still pretty early to judge, but so far the 2014 draft class has lived up to the hype. The top guys were as good as promised, and a lot of talent down later in the draft as well.
And so Russell hits them both. With the 2014 draft class, Clark, it was so hyped up, a lot of teams probably didn't care that they were losing some games at the end of the year as they themselves were testing some younger players on their roster.
Yeah, agree with you wholeheartedly there. And you look at the guys from that class, many of them have star potential.
Shots good for Seraphin.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
It's Kid Gilchrist on the wing. He's covered by Aminu. That's good. 20 points for Michael Kidd Gilchrist.
4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook, really, when you look at how they're playing. They are having their way down low.
Now, here's Grant. Pass to Aminu. Russell against Grant. Here's Seraphin. It's rebounded by McLemore. McLemore's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Russell with it. Al-Farouq Aminu covering. Beyond the arc. Russell, no good.
And still looking for his first triple of the second half. He had 3 at halftime.
Grant kicks to Galloway. Aminu with it. Galloway, the pass to Aminu. From 10 feet out, it's rebounded by Kid Gilchrist. Kid Gilchrist has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Randall with a screen for Russell. Fires the 3. Again, Russell missing.
Oh, that's a tough three-point try when you've got the defense right there.
Well, he'd have to be really good to knock down a shot like that against that kind of defense.
Now, here's Aminu. The dish to Grant. Here's the screen. Kicks it to Thomas. Galloway, the pass to Grant. Here's Aminu. Good on the three-point shot.
And that's good stuff from him. Nice touch.
Sacramento's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only 1 of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Here's Russell.
And one thing that I know a lot of fans are worried about is NBA jerseys with ads on them. It's something the NBA has explored more in-depth recently and would be another stream of revenue for the league. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Kings.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah, I like that. And reaching an impressive milestone on the year, this will be win number 60. And guys, they have played so well this season, I think pretty much any given night. They've come in with that swagger and attitude, and they've really backed it up.
And a one-sided season series this has been. I mean, in the final game of the year between these two teams, they do everything necessary to finish up with a 2-0 record against the Knicks.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers for Embiid. You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Thomas. The baseline jumper goes down.
Next round,
19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
Here's Russell. So it's the